Okay, so I've got a 1995 355 oil tank out of the car, and this is the remote tank on a dry sump system. And what I wanted to do is try to trace the path of the oil flow and understand what's going on in this tank. It's actually pretty complicated inside with the passageways and some baffles and whatnot. Essentially, this is the line that feeds the tank from the scavenge pump in the car. Now, of course, this tank is sitting upright in the car. I've got it laying down here on this bench. So, and again, I'm doing these videos crappily with one hand. But I fished a line through here, and you'll see the delivery of the oil from the engine comes up, and it comes to this port here, which is a valving system, and this is considered a thermostat. So from the best that I can understand, and I'm not an expert on this, I'm just trying to trace this and understand it. The oil comes out of this port, and depending if it's hot or cold, it enters this port of the valve and will exit either here or here. I believe this is the normal path. If the oil is cool, it exits here, enters this port, which takes it into the tank, which then ultimately gets drawn from the tank at the bottom with the pressure pump. Now, if the oil is hot, the valve would open. I can try to do this. If I push on it, you'll see that valve opening a little bit, which then directs the oil to this path, which is this port here that goes to the oil cooler. Okay, and the input from the cooler back to the tank is this port here. Now these two ports, if you look down here, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this, but they connect, and they basically go into filling the chamber of the tank. So if we can see in here with the flashlight, and you owners can look down your own tank and see, there's a series of baffles and whatnot. What I can't see without cutting this tank open is where the end point of the delivery ends within the tank. But it doesn't appear that it ends in any fashion that would create any splashing on the dipstick, which, of course, if the dipstick was installed, you see that the level ends up being somewhere in this area here, where the delivery of the oil is much higher in the tank based on this port here and the baffling. I'm kind of assuming, again, I don't know without cutting this tank open, that the delivery of the oil is somewhere up in this area. But once again, there's all kinds of baffles in the tank and the piping that I believe would restrict splashing. When I check my oil at idle, I don't have an issue with it.